Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Pokerole, session 152. We have hit your Gen 2 Pokedex entries. Wow, we're getting far along now. uh, last time, we had a nice little travel, and we're on our way to starting to climb the Blustering Mesa, which may or may not be a dungeon. I'm still not quite sure. But it is definitely a very interesting new point of locale, so we'll see what adventures we await us here at this mesa that is quite blustery. But before we start, of course, if you like the video, do think about giving a like and maybe dropping a sub if you'd like to, or maybe coming over to Twitch and hanging out. Whether you want to lurk or talk, it's nice to have more people around and socializing. Thank you very much, by the way, intro Pokerole audience. Thank you very much for being so communicative and wanting to open about topics and stuff. It's nice to see so much activity in the chat. Thank you very much for that. But yeah, come on by. It's fun to be here. Check it out. Hey, we also have a pretty cool Discord server if you want to check that out. And there's a Pokerole Discord server for our specific game here that you can access off that as well. And of course, we have a Coffee link if you want to help us directly monetize our content. And if you can help out and would like to, I really hope you might consider it. And also, there is a merch store. You can buy some cool stuff there if you'd like. And of course, we have the PokePioneers.mirrorhughes.org wiki for our game, where you can check out character bios, episode recaps, and more. All links are in the description. Check them out at your leisure. But hello, table, and hello, audience. I just heard more thunder. I thought the storms were over. Just letting you guys know. Yeah, I heard some thunder. Hopefully it's not a big deal, but... Well... Yeah. I guess the storms of today are not over. We had some storms before the game. Over here. It was very bad, very violent, but I thought it calmed down. Well, maybe we'll have a little bit more. But I don't think that'll interrupt the game. It probably won't be as fun as earlier. But, yeah. We have, of course, Hydra's having a pretty good day, I think, right?
Yeah.
Pretty good day. Show. Good. How's Kyrio today?
I'm doing alright.
Yay, is it a mic day? I guess it's a mic day for you, too. Thank you for being on mic today.
I'll do my best.
And of course, Car, I hope your week has been going good.
It's been going well enough.
Yay! I think the same. I've been working productively on a cozy video project on my off days. It's been good. But Tubby will be here when he is here. He had to do some yard work, and he's driving back home and stuff, and he should be here at some point. So we're going to go ahead and start, and we'll probably see him.
Hopefully.
But I suppose I'll hand over for the episode recap, and I don't think I have any new art to show, so I'll just listen in.
Alrighty. Now, I believe last time was session 151, which means we've finally broken past the barrier of the first games.
Yay.
Sadly, I do not have an entire other region for you guys. Mostly because you're already going to it. Session 151, Scrolls and Strolls. As the party walks the last stretch to Pride Rock, Tucker decides to hunt some game to provide the Pyroar... Good job, me. To provide to the Pyroar as thanks for looking after Puppy. When they arrive, the Pyroar declare that they are willing to look after the Poochyena for them in their absence, and accept the game and bag of toys from Tucker. With Puppy now supervised, the time comes for Ryda to prepare a teleport and bring the party to the Gallant Tree. Ryda's teleport works with minimal issues, and the party finds themselves scattered around the Gallant Tree. After looking around the entire premises, they confirm that Team Gallant had yet to return, and regroup on the ground floor. Ryda and Tucker stumble upon Uno's private journal, and Ryda immediately grabs it to look through it for clues. Among the entries, the most recent one details Uno overhearing a conversation about Sir Benkei. Now, Sir Gallant had been unusually rowdy before the team had set out to the west. After informing the rest of the group about it, Rourke asks if it will be possible to try to track the knights by scent, but Tucker regrettably informs him how they'd been away so long that any scent trail has long since dissipated. Brooke then considers trying to have Ryda scry for their location, but that option was quickly shot down considering Ryda has no personal experience interacting with the knights. As such, the last remaining way to find a clue would be to investigate the gallantry's war room, which had been locked ever since the knights had left. Ryda and Tucker agree to slip into the room via teleport and shadow sneak, and investigate for any clear giveaways as to what may have happened. Among the boxes of combat equipment, markers, and Sir Gallant's memoirs, so many memoirs, Ryda is able to locate a group of maps pointing towards a mountain and forest labeled as Cinderfall Volcano and Everburnt Forest, as well as an area to the side noted as the Heatwave Sands. They also find a map confirming the location of the mesa, labeled as the Blustery Mesa, which is separated from the area where Aster Rock is by a location known as the Dust Flats. Tucker brings Ryda one of Sir Gallant's memoirs to see if there was anything of value, which they read through and find that Sir Gallant wrote about Sir Benkei having taken a city hostage, and that he will go with the entirety of Team Gallant to free them. The two quickly conclude that it may be talking about the quarantined area to the west, and agree to share it with the others, along with the names and locales Ryda found on the maps. Before they leave, the two check the largest map to determine any points of interest, confirming the locations of a number of settlements the party was familiar with, along with one which Ryda remembers being the I think that's supposed to be unfamiliar with. Along with one which Ryda remembers being the location of the amethyst Ryda was told by Eternatus to acquire. Tucker and Ryda agree to exit the room to report their findings to Brooke and Ralph, and Ryda decides to take the map detailing the mesa with them, along with a few scrolls detailing arcane knowledge for later review. Upon exiting the war room and showing the map scroll they had pilfered, Tucker and Ryda see Brooke reluctantly hand Deadeye 20 poke, as the two had decided to bet on whether they would take anything while unsupervised. After that, Ryda begins to detail what they and Tucker had found, such as Gallant's declaration of freeing a city from Benkei, and how they would assume the city in question to be the one stuck under quarantine. Ryda also explains how much more detailed the map in the war room was than Pangoru's in regards to showcasing civilizations, but Deadeye, having lived on the continent his whole life, explains that it doesn't surprise him, as the belief the Plains continent didn't have any cities was an assumption made by the guilds when deploying Team Pioneer, rather than a fact confirmed by any native from the continent. Moving on from that, Brooke remarks that this information only makes investigating the West an even higher priority if Team Gallant are also stuck there. However, that only made figuring out how to investigate without risk of illness even more important. Laurentis, overhearing the conversation, suggests that taking a grass type with them could help, as they could attempt to use aromatherapy to combat the effects of any illness, which makes Ryda immediately look towards Lyre. The discussion of plagues and illness ending up making Tucker uncomfortable to some degree, considering his final memories as a human, but Brooke tries to push for the party to refocus and get ready to head for the Blustery Mesa. Everyone exits the gallantry and follows Laurentis' lead and Ryda's map until they reach the windswept, dusty region known as the Dust Flats. As they travel, night begins to fall, and the party gets to behold for themselves as the light of Minier in the sky fall around the site of Aster Rock. Whenever the party takes breaks to rest, Ralph asks to borrow the map that Ryda was using to update his own, with extra details from the gallantry. During this first night, Ryda asks Brooke to talk with them a small distance away from the others, wanting to inform them privately regarding the location of their bounty in the Western settlement. Brooke nods and remarks that, if it's where Team Gallant and Team Mischief has gone missing, then he unfortunately wouldn't be able to let Ryda track it down solo. He also decides to share with Ryda about the mission Deadeye had asked for his help with, which Ryda agrees to assist with as well in return. The two then return to the rest of the party, and the night passes. After 2 more days of travel, the group sees the Blustery Mesa ahead, and Laurentis leads them towards a switchback to climb up the mesa. Tucker notices as a shadow in the sky seems to be rapidly descending towards the party, and the rest of them freeze and look up to see an avian Pokemon swooping down with its sights set on Laurentis. The group tries to guard Lurantis and figure out what Pokemon it is exactly, but maintains its presence in the sky to use the sun as cover to obscure its features. The team's repeated attempts to repel it slow the avian down, allowing the party to confirm it to be a Braviary. Realizing how much resistance the party was putting up, the Braviary decides to retreat, and the party presses on to the switchback. Lurantis apologizes and explains that attacks like that were the exact reason why they had chosen to move away from the mesa. And Brooke orders for Lurantis to rest on Tucker's back and for the group to remain as close together as possible to minimize visibility from the skies. With knowledge of the airborne threats that soar ahead, and Lurantis warning them to steer clear of a dragon that resides within the forest, Team Cheer ascends to the blustery mesa.
Hey. Hi, Tubby.
Hey, well,
Welcome.
Hey, Tubby, hello.
Looks like you're right, Kai. It's good to just get started and then he'll show up. You're right. Does anybody remember how to tie models together? Because I'm glad for the recap, especially because I actually figured out Rulantress was writing it. So let's see here. Is it like that?
I've forgotten.
It's right click another model while holding one. Okay, I did it. Looks a little weird, but it gets the job done.
Good work.
Tucker ate Lurantis.
Yummy.
I guess that's one way to keep him safe.
For short-term periods, probably could. Air is still a concern in that situation, but...
Right then.
Actually, speaking of which, I will say, just as a happy note, it looks like my stomach chose a good ending for that indigestion. So
Okay.
I'm feeling better. But yeah. Oh, by the way, is anybody having trouble with the tablet? I noticed a few weird links popping up for people.
Fine for me.
Okay.
It's working all right for me.
All right then.
Rawr.
Rar.
There he is.
Hi there. There he is.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Super duper. Maybe a smidge of a headache from so many pollens and grasses that I whooped the butt of.
Oh, that's not fun.
Oh no.
At least you mowed it all up for now.
Yes, indeed. Made 70 big ones.
Okay, yeah, there's a rainstorm picking up again. The forecast doesn't even say there is one, so just FYI. I just wanted to drop that as an FYI. Hopefully everything's fine.
Noted.
E27 was what we were playing. Where are we switching to?
We are moving to Dungeons 1.5 because you all have moved into the Mesa proper.
Okay.
Sort of.
No?
And as I recall describing, the switchback is... Wow, if my voice wants to cooperate. The switchback is not terribly wide, which is why everyone is set up in order. Ralph being at the front, and Brooke at the back. And if I recall last, Rita used rope so that everyone could be tied together.
Yup.
That's right.
Excellent. Now then. First challenge. And I can...
Oh, by the way, actually, there is this little side thing I wanted to ask. I think it was brought up out of game. Actually, I think it was brought up after the last video. Somebody pointed out that the Tucker and Ryder never unlit the candles in the one room. And I was just going to ask. I was going to ask DM on table. Just even I don't know if we'll get an answer, but I was just going to ask: is that a problem?
I was just joking about that.
I mean, you're still right, joke or not.
I mean, if it's a problem, you don't know that it's a problem. Also, if it was a problem, you would have known far before you got to this point by the giant bonfire you would have created.
Hey, look!
I very much
the
doubt.
got back. It's lit up. Wait a minute. No, it's not that sort of lit up.
Yeah, I highly doubt Tucker and Ryder would leave a candle just somewhere where it would be a problem.
Yeah, I was gonna go. we didn't hate Sir Gallant's memos that much that we'd set it up next to the books.
I mean, it's not like it
This
would
is
be
just a
any
silly
great
little-
loss.
Candles just burn off. Yeah, candles. I mean, if they're not poorly designed, they would just wick down, and then they burn out. No problem.
But yeah, it was a silly thing, and I went along with it.
It was funny though.
Right then. So, to start, the switchback is a bit steep at the moment, as you all are plodding your way up it. And for the most part, right now, it's mostly a somewhat rocky and uneven path, as though it's been tread on before by other Pokemon repeatedly across however many years. So, for those that are walking, I require a tough survival athletic, please. Which I believe is everyone but Lorantis.
Because I am first.
Remember?
Tough survival athletic, was it?
Yes.
Okay.
I have no specialty in athletic, but I am tough. Yeah, I am quite tough, though.
But that toughness worked for you. Okay, worked for you. Okay.
Yeah. All of you are doing fairly alright. Ryda is having the worst time of it.
That makes sense. They are the lightest, so if it's blustery,
Ryda is the least athletic, and they still have 2 more dots in athletic than Ralph does.
I have no dots in athletic.
Ryda was not built for outdoorsy stamina.
I imagine at one point they like to take out their scythe to help as like a walking stick.
very smart.
Yeah, Ryda, you can already feel the tired setting into your legs. So it's like, nope, I'm nipping that in the bud right away.
Tucker crits. Well, yeah, I'm low to the ground, built for 4 legs. This is much more stable than some of the others.
Tucker is perfectly fine. And in fact, Lyre is also fine. Deadeye, however, is mildly grumpy, like this is anything unusual. But Brooke, you would occasionally hear them like make a grumbling sort of noise and looking up.
Let's see. Just trying to think of something. Is there like any foliage nearby, like trees or something?
Not currently.
Okay.
The most that you can see as you look around while you all are walking is there's some like moss or lichen that clings to the sheer sides of the mesa in places, particularly around the edges of the switchback, where it has the most purchase. Unfortunately, there aren't really much in the way of trees or vines currently. However, you may make me an insight survival alert check.
Okay, hold on.
You don't see anything nearby, unfortunately, that would make for decent foliage.
Okay. Instead, Brooke will just subtly ask Deadeye if he would like a soak.
What are you on about? I'm just fine. They look at Brooke a little weirdly and adjust their hat.
It sounds like you've been grumbling a little bit, that's all.
Oh, that. This is just taking a while, that's all. I'd also like that half-fried chicken to come back down.
You and me both.
Borantis glancing back nervously at the two very carnivorous Pokemon. Somehow I doubt they're going to come back for us. You might get your wish later, though.
Might as well just focus on getting up there in the first place, then.
Where is... Ah, there's the weather.
Oh yeah, weather effects.
Sandstorm. Oh no.
As you all continue the winding way up the switchback, you find yourselves at a point where the path turns a corner of sorts around the perimeter of the mesa. It's even more narrow here than on the rest of the path at the moment. And unfortunately, the winds have begun to pick up, casting dust from below higher than it used to be. So, we'll have to go in order. Unless you guys want to shuffle back and try and adjust who's going first.
I think this formation's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright, Ralph. How would you like to deal with this challenge? The path ahead is narrow enough that you would probably have to put your back to the rock wall and sort of shimmy your way across. Now, you can make a check, but if you have an idea of something you'd like to do, go right ahead.
Alright, so super narrow. Looking at my skills to see if there's something. I think I'm just going to try and scoot forward as best I can. I'm like looking at Psychic, I'm like, ooh, not subtle. Do I have the self-control and precision to do anything with that?
Good try! But if you don't feel like risking it, you can give me a Dexterity Survival Athletics check.
Alright, let's see here. Alright, 6 die. Yeah, 6 die ain't too shabby.
Honestly, 3 out of 6 isn't bad.
Yeah, we'll see.
Alright. Ralph, you're able to sort of back yourself up against this uneven rock face and begin shuffling your way around this corner. And for a mercy, when you are able to turn the corner, you see that the path widens out again.
That's great. I know how much longer I can hold in all this.
However, give me a tough contest perform, please,
Alright.
to keep your composure as the increasing winds cast down a branch from high above that manages to smash on the ground right next to you and clatter along the wall. You are fine.
That's a good look.
Just
Thank goodness.
crack as it continues down the side of the mesa, held against the wall by the wind.
Oh.
Though, if Ralph does look down against that thing, the branch breaks apart before it reaches, well, the dust cloud cover.
Ah. Nice try, Mr. Branch. Yeah. Keep shuffling.
All right. Ryda, it is your turn next. How do you want to face this challenge?
So it's just basically a narrow pathway, right?
Correct.
I mean, if Ralph could just sidestep and he'd be fine, is it like narrow enough for Ryda to basically just hug the wall a bit and be fine just walking normally?
Yeah. It's still fairly narrow, so I will still ask you to do the dexterity survival athletic.
Okay, but yeah. Before doing that, Ryda would like to say that this is a rather precarious situation. Probably best to use a lucky chant. Just to add some extra help, just in case anyone on the team needs it.
Me doing the tiny golf clap, as for the first time this session, Lucky Chant has been used.
Fair was saying it earlier, but I just stayed quiet because I was like, I'm sure that Hydra will figure out the thing.
Oh, I was
Yeah,
absolutely
I was gonna
certain.
use it. 6, 7, 8, 12.
So-
dice.
I did notice that, Car, did you officially put up that weather effect, by the way? Or were you just thinking about it?
I'm using Sandstorm as a placeholder for the high winds.
Okay.
It effectively down below there is a dust storm going on, and the dust clouds are kind of reaching up towards your current level.
Okay.
You're just not covered by them.
Yeah, okay, so not quite a sandstorm, more of a close to a dust storm. Got it.
Yes.
It's heckin' windy.
It is heckin' windy,
Gee.
which is why it's a good thing that Ryda rolled higher than Ralph.
Also,
That was for the lucky chant.
Oh, that was for Lucky Chant. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I thought I had to roll.
Oh, I wasn't going to make you roll. You're not in combat.
Oh, okay. What was the roll to walk fast then? Dex.
Dex Survival Athletic.
Okay.
Whoops, I tipped my hand.
and that was for everybody, right? So everybody can activate Lucky.
Yes, everyone gets lucky chant.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not as great, but
Well, it's a good thing you were attached by rope, Ryda, as the increasing winds threaten to take you off your feet. Briefly.
great.
Like, just as you're turning the corner, there's a moment where you've got one foot lifted, and there's this heavy gust, and it briefly takes you off the ground. But you are, of course, attached between Ralph and a few others. And luckily enough, Lyre is right behind you, so they are able to help push you along.
Mm-hmm.
But boy, that was an
Wasn't too
exhilarating
worried.
experience.
Yeah, I wasn't too worried about it. Ralph's a good anchor. Ryder barely weighs anything. Worst case, Ralph just pulls right up.
Yeah, I just fly you like a kite. Eee!
Yeah, I was also thinking kite with that.
Let's go fly a Ryda.
I'm very synced
All right,
with Tuppy today.
All right, Tucker, it's your turn. How will you
Okay.
approach this first of the challenges?
I assume Liar did okay?
Liar's fine. Don't worry about the NPCs.
They're Mountain Dew. Yay. Okay, I like the NPCs though. I will worry about them a little bit. Okay, my turn. So what's my role?
Well, unless you want to do something else to get around this narrowed corner, it is dexterity, survival, athletic.
I think I'll go ahead and just take the basic roll. And just hunker down and see how it goes.
Okay.
I think I count that, right?
Good
that's-
thing for Lucky Chant.
Thank
That
you,
is a
Lucky. Thank you for that
5.
lucky cat.
Sorry, I was double checking your dice just in case.
Quite fair.
Because sometimes you forget dice that you have.
Hee.
We all do this. Alright, Tucker, you are fine-ish. Laurentis clings to you a bit tighter as you round this corner. And unfortunately, because you are quadrupedal, that does make this a little more difficult. Your paws are kind of crammed closer together on the path than you would like. And you're sort of pressing your side up against the rock. But you make it past.
I guess that is one downside being quadruped. You do have more stability, but you need a wider stack than a biped.
Yep. If anybody needs to ask how Deadeye does, obviously you have not met Deadeye. They are fine. Which means it is now Brooke's turn.
Okay. So it's just like a narrow path around a corner, right?
Correct.
Can I dig my claws into the rock and kind of boulder around that?
You sure can.
Ooh, that's a
Do
cool
you
idea.
want to give me a strength survival athletic instead?
Sure. I'm almost certain that's the same number of dice anyway, so.
Hmm.
It's a lot of threes.
Oh my goodness. Well... It's easier than you would think because of the uneven surface of the blustery mesa. You would think that with all the wind it would have been eroded smooth, but that's not necessarily the case.
Mm-hmm.
But you are able to sort of climb your way around the corner without worrying too much about slipping off that narrow pathway. There is a moment where you lose your grip with one of your hands, but it's only a brief moment, and it forces you to look down to where the roiling dust clouds are.
Good thing I'm not afraid of heights.
Yeah.
Oh.
You get to see a Vibrava briefly come out of the dust cloud before going back in. For those that don't remember Vibrava, I don't blame you. It's the middle of Evo from Flygon.
I'm familiar because one of my players are by Bravo.
Once Brooke gets around, you'll briefly make sure everyone's alright. We shall press on.
Very well. As you continue to make your way up the trail, it becomes less of a smooth ramping switchback and more uneven, requiring bits of climbing and even perhaps hopping over small rocks or debris that are in your way. And as you continue higher up, it's around this time that I'll ask for a perception check from everybody. Insight, survival, alert.
Oh, that seems like too many. Had a double click in there somewhere.
Very perceptive.
I counted correctly.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was too many
A lot of these
for,
rolls
Yeah.
for
actually.
Brooke.
Oh.
So go ahead and reroll that, Brooke.
All of these rolls
Uh,
actually are 10 dice for me.
Ralph, would you like to do Insight Survival Alert?
Yeah, there we go. Basically -2 anyway.
Ah, yeah, that's fine. He might have been dragged away.
No, his hand is indeed idle.
That is okay, I can proceed with this.
Okay.
So, the three of you notice, as you're looking up ahead, there is a somewhat wider outcropping. It forms a ledge, not one that looks super stable, mind you, aside from the fact that there's a tree that's sort of clung onto it, with roots hanging down, sort of outstretched further out to get as much sunlight as it can before the mesa's shadow would overcast it each day. Tucker, you notice there is something shiny in one of the branches.
Oh. And this is a tree that's kind of growing off the ledge.
Yes.
So whatever the shiny thing is basically hanging over the abyss.
It sure is.
Okay. Well, Tucker will make note of that as they head towards and probably past the tree, and will make mention, just casually to the group, that there is indeed something shiny there, though Tucker shows no interest in trying to pursue it in this precarious climate.
Ooh, shiny.
Is Ralph interested in the tree shiny?
Yeah. Let's try and grab it with psychic.
Thank goodness.
Okay, that's
All
a
right,
little safer.
go ahead.
Yeah. Like, like try and get fly and just float over there and take it. All right, Dex fight channel.
Oh boy.
Oh,
The shiny.
All right, Ralph. You attempt to grab this small shiny object from a distance, but it's a little too far for you to get a lock on it, just that it's on the branches, so you're ending up sort of trying to pull the tree, which causes small portions of the edge of the ledge just to sort of like crumble and crack a little bit. Mind you, this is a ledge that is ahead all of you on your
Yeah.
path.
oh.
Yoki dokie. Rethinking this.
Do you want to get closer first?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get closer first.
Hey,
Okay.
You'll fall down when the cliff breaks.
I mean, this is fine.
Yeah, we'll scoot a little closer.
Oh god.
So, do you get on the ledge? This is a ledge that is along your path. It's sort of
Yeah.
extending out from the mesa.
Yeah. I'm thinking I would scoot so that I'm like standing above. So it's like a ledge and the branches coming out of the ledge.
Yeah, there's an entire tree attached to the edge of the ledge
The edge
that's
of the ledge.
extended out to get
Alright.
more sunlight.
Yeah.
So what did his psychic do to rip the tree out a little bit?
Yeah.
Ralph's psychic roll was such that he was unable to finally grasp whatever the shiny thing is, and he ended up sort of tugging on the tree instead.
Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna scoot, like, right behind / on top of the tree, trying to work out the verticality of this in my head.
Okay, go ahead and give me another insight survival alert, as you all get to watch Ralph endanger his life for shiny.
Tucker will pipe up for a second and express during
Oh,
this.
shoot.
No, it's okay.
Two more, I forgot my alert.
Oh, what?
Forgot my alert.
Oh, actually, oh well, didn't add much.
Oh, I didn't add anything.
So before this roll happened, Tucker would just express, Ralph, be careful. We all are. Don't endanger yourself too much here. We're all tied together after all.
Oh, yeah.
So, Ralph, you're trying to get a better look at whatever it is that's in these branches that's catching the light. And you can't quite see it, but you can tell where it is. The rest of you are allowed to make insight survival alerts.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Sure.
I have this sneaking suspicion to just get the scythe ready in case you need to make a hard anchor.
Oh, you're getting something ready.
Brooke is being hampered by being in the back. Alright, but Tucker and Rita actually get enough successes. You two are able to see that the portion of the ledge that Ralph is on, which is relatively close to the tree, is starting to buckle.
Oh.
Yeah. Ryder would immediately reach out a hand to, like, grab onto Ralph and sort of backwards. The ledge is very unstable. You should not step further.
You mean tug on that rope?
Yeah. I shall listen and step back.
Alas, the shiny taunts you.
I mean, can I try using Psychic to pick up the shiny?
Of course.
Because... Alright, Dex fight channel.
Or, and anyone who's nearby on this ledge could totally do it. It's just that currently it's only Rita and Ralph that are, near enough for attempts for whatever they want to do.
Yeah. Ryder can probably get it, but I'm looking at Snatch. Isn't Snatch usually flavored? Isn't Snatch usually flavor texted as like a black ethereal hand?
Let's see what this description reads.
It can be. Generally speaking, it's ethereal. It's not usually something that physically grabs stuff. But
well, I mean, in the game, that's how it functions. It physically grabs their held item.
Snatch?
Yes, indeed.
Snatch steals trait increase and decreases.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I thought it stole held items like in the mainline games.
No, look at the move. It's traits.
There's another one that steals the held item. It's not Snatch.
That's Thief, isn't it?
Thief. Thief steals the held item.
Yeah. You can still try Snatch. I won't stop you. Rita, you have a similar issue. You are trying to psychic around Ralph at an object that you didn't get the best look at. And you also end up tugging on the tree, which does no favors for the space and the ledge.
Okay. That's enough of that. Let's see here. We should get on the other side of the place that we have to cross before we destroy this path.
Meanwhile,
Indeed.
Tucker's just been looking at the ledge where it buckled the whole time you guys were working. And after Ralph says that, Tucker says, "Yeah, let's not tempt fate here."
Yeah. Alrighty.
Did you want me to say that line, Kyrio?
Yeah.
Okay. What the heck are you all doing up there? Brooke says obliviously, because Brooke is at the back, as is Deadeye. Though Deadeye can only mostly, peer over Tucker and Lorantis. He squints, puts a hand up. It looks like they're trying to rip out a tree.
Oh, we're just casually risking the mission for a small shiny object, but we're now realizing that is a very not a good thing to do.
We're going to have to climb if this breaks. Lorantis just pipes up.
Yeah, that's no fun. Alright, so let's get to the other side here.
So I have a question. Are more than two of you going to be on this ledge at any given time?
Oh, absolutely not.
Ledge with Ralph.
Absolutely not. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna psychic again, but on myself, attempting to make myself lighter as I cross.
If only you had a totemize. Go ahead.
Tucker will actually take a moment to point out to Deadeye exactly where the ledge was buckling earlier. Which can, of course, be pointed out to Brooke, too.
Deadeye
Me
grunts
and
in
Liar,
acknowledgement.
probably.
Also,
Alright.
that
Less than Ralph.
Yeah, I
you
am.
Mind.
okay. That's a 4.
Yeah, I'm just targeting myself to try and lift myself off the ground a little bit, like give myself like a feeling of walking in shallow water and you can bounce a bit. Like I'm trying to make myself light as possible.
Ralph is able to just lift enough of his own personal pressure off the ledge that it helps you across towards the next portion of things without further breaking any part of this ledge. Also, that doom roll was to see if Liar stepped on the ledge with you guys because they're oblivious. They did not.
Ooh.
Liar's just like, "Hey, what's going on, guys? Oh, a tree. I'm gonna eat some of that."
So I got a question, Tucker. How closely are you following Liar?
Tucker will have the sense to space the weight out on that ledge. So not too close.
Alright. I'll assume that you wait until the rope has less slack than would be comfortable to go
Yes.
ahead.
Also, just making sure to watch the ledge as the people ahead of him cross, too, instead of crossing just yet.
Yep. You'll also catch a glimpse of the shiny in the tree that they were trying to get.
An uncyclable, psychicable shape.
They tried! They just failed!
The rolls were not in my favor.
Alas, no loot for you.
It's not like I can hold it if my inventory's full.
Turns out it's one poke.
Oh, you would,
That
wouldn't
would
you?
have been funny.
I mean, I could, but that would be mean.
When Tucker gets to crossing, gonna scooch real firmly against the wall. And take white.
It's fine. You got the dark ribbons. They can help you stay stuck to the wall.
They can be used to grab like any outcroppings, technically. That might help a little bit.
Well, I don't know. Do they have this? I said they had a strength of 2, right?
They would help yeah, they have some strength. Not much. I can't suspend myself on them, but they might help a little bit of stability.
They literally have just enough strength to hold Tucker and only Tucker in case you fall.
Oh, really?
If
That's
they grabbed onto a ledge, they can hold 100 pounds, and you are 100 pounds by yourself.
Oh no, that's not going to stay that way though. I'm probably going to be gaining weight again. Also, it
I
doesn't
just
matter now
noticed.
because Lorantis. That is kind of funny though. That's a coincidence.
Yeah, I
And
just
you got two
noticed.
psychic types who can help.
Yeah. If you guys
On a
can
dark
lift, if
type?
you can lift me better than a shiny.
Well,
Can
we can
they?
get Lorantis.
Yeah, you can get Lorantis. I don't know that you could help Tucker.
We're all tied together. We can hold them up.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm teasing.
It's-
Deadeye just walks across like nothing is wrong. He doesn't even bother with the shiny. But what about you, Brooke? How do you feel about the shiny and the crumbly ledge?
Well, can I see it now?
This close, yeah, you can see it. You can see that there's something catching the sunlight in the branches.
I'm gonna superpower the tree. Oh my god.
You're going to super power.
I'm gonna break it.
Okay.
I don't know that I'll get you
And
the
then
shiny.
Brooke
It's more
killed
like
us
punishing the
all.
tree for holding the shiny.
Sure. Go ahead. Use superpower.
Okay, maybe I'll use a water gun instead.
No, go for superpower. Do
Okay.
it. Send it.
Sorry.
Full send.
The choice of superpower amused me. Do whatever you feel like doing.
Yeah, do whatever you. I do admit though, I suddenly had this thought that okay, so Brooke's the sort of person in Dark Souls where he just smashes the chest and then gets the rubbish inside of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
That only happens in Dark Souls 2.
Yeah.
That's the only Dark Souls that does that.
So what's Brooke doing?
I lost
I'm
the
punching a
Calamity
tree.
ring on my first run.
All right. Punch that tree really well.
Okay.
I mean, this is less endangered. He was in the back, so everybody else is passed already.
Fair.
So Brooke, can you give me a dexterity survival athletic, please? As you punch the tree, breaking it, and also that portion of the ledge begins to crumble underneath your feet.
Yeah. Can I use strength to grab the ledge instead, actually?
Oh, you're not going to try and get off of it? Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, that would be strength survival athletic.
Okay, so that's a little bit better.
So what are
Then
you?
we can still keep.
What are you
We
trying to
can
do?
still keep grabbing the ledge.
Oh.
We can keep the dex roll too, because that will be enough for you to grab onto the ledge in time.
Okay.
Scales, being a ghost, is standing on the solid portion of the ledge, looking down at Brooke with a raised eye ridge. You are able to hang on to the ledge as you snap your other arm out and dig your claws into the stone.
Whoops.
I really don't know what you thought you were gonna do.
I was just getting the thing.
By punching the tree off the
See-
cliff.
Ah,
Like
but
a good
now we
idea at the
can.
time.
But now we can get it on. If we can find it. When we go back down. If we remember.
On the bright side, it won't occupy our minds anymore.
Yeah. I'd say, Laurentis, we don't gotta go back this way, do we? Because
Sure, we'll say that.
I'm able to
yeah, there we go. Good old Ryder is always here to deal with our consequences. Alright. Thank you.
I guess Rita could teleport us to the bottom.
When we're done, let's keep moving.
Scales just waits for Brooke to pull themselves up.
It does.
I guess I could go find it for you, if you asked.
Would you mind terribly, Scales?
Are you being serious? His shoulders sag and he tilts his head back with a groan.
Aren't you curious what it is?
That doesn't mean I want to go get it.
If you don't want to, then that's fine.
There's a pause. Damn it. And then he just, of course, because he's a ghost, he doesn't have to care. He just hops off the edge and vanishes into the dust cloud below. All right. And you all get to move on to the next segment.
There's probably a moment where Tucker looked at what Brooke was doing, like, why are you doing this too? This sort of expression.
Honestly, I didn't mean to hit it that hard. Brooke shrugs.
Oh yeah, I get that sometimes, like I hit stuff. Well, usually I mean to hit stuff really hard. I haven't had the case yet where, like, I wanted to hit something, but only, like, half as hard. And I'm, like, waddling forward as I, make small talk.
As you all continue forward, shrugs in rash nature. As you all continue forward, the winds continue to pick up, enough that you can now constantly hear them howling by you. And, in fact, if you look out, the dust clouds are not nearly so high as to be able to obstruct your vision now. It's quite the view across the plains. And also, you can see multiple flying Pokemon out across the sky at this level.
My mind went, oh, pretty, to, oh, wait.
However, unfortunately, Ralph, this is where the ramping ends. The path itself was rough before, but now there's little to no path at all.
Okay, guys, I'm way too fat to keep going. And I just got off, Laurentius. I'm sorry.
Oh. No, this is where we start going up. And they gesture with one arm toward the cliff face, where you can now see a number of ledges that seem to ascend almost like a series of uneven ladder steps.
Okie dokie. I hope you're all in good shape. Round is pretty good shape, but I don't know how good it is for climbing. About to find out, though.
Full disclosure, I kind of skipped this part by floating down to the switchback with a giant leaf.
Swag.
The Tropius who gave it to me was nice.
That sounds like a good way to wake up to the wind. That feels like a... Anyway, let's get climbing. I'll dig my claws and feet into it and heave my fat ass up the side of the cliff.
Alright.
Luckily, I'm also quite strong, so...
You are quite strong. Did you want to use any moves? Or anything besides the regular check? Or did you have anything?
Let's take a look. I think we're just gonna climb.
Alright, that is strength, survival, athletic.
Alright.
And it is at this point, everyone, that greenery becomes more apparent. There's lines and cracks of trickling down moss and vines across the surface.
Gonna have that.
Oh, yeah, that would be a good idea.
Really good.
And above you, you're starting to hear, along with the wind, what may be the distant rustling of leaves.
Alright, you're gonna have. Let's see.
I'm seeing an optimization I should have done beforehand, but
It's not actually any better.
yeah, it's not much better.
It is the exact same roll, actually.
It's because of Lucky Chat, it's the same number.
Yeah. Ralph, you are struggling to climb up these first few ledges. It is a task and a half.
Yeah. I think so. So I'm not very high up yet, right?
No, you're like on the second ledge.
Alright, okay, guys. I just need a moment, and I'm gonna climb back down. Like, I just gotta hype myself up. And I'm gonna use belly drum.
Alright.
It's worth asking, since this is kind of a ladder, sort of, like, how many feet of distance are we trying to vertically climb on this part?
A fair amount, but there are enough ledges with enough space on them to sort of hold on to. Like, for a majority of the ones that you can see, and what Ralph has seen, he can get a portion of his upper body onto these ledges to rest if he needs to.
Okay.
This is still difficult for quadrupeds, mind you, but...
Alright,
Yeah, I'll comment on that in a bit.
Hey, now that I've hyped myself up, let's do this.
I imagine Ralph hunkers down, does the belly drum, has like the Kaioken red aura, and he's gonna like jump for extra height.
Did he actually use the belly drum? I didn't see it.
Yeah,
Yes.
I did.
Okay.
Oh shit, I forgot to roll for
Yeah,
it.
you
I
didn't-
just
there's,
like,
no
I just
rolls,
like,
so I was just like,
yeah, I just like,
It is.
I just
okay.
like cut my HP and did it.
Oh, that's
That is
fair.
okay. I'll allow it. You're not in combat.
Oh, so the roll only really mattered if you rolled like a 0.
Yeah, and you're very unlikely to roll a 0, so it is fine. I will allow it. And that is
Alright.
a 7. So
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
Ralph, you boost yourself up, and you leap up and are having a much better time now that you have psyched yourself up for this climbing session.
Way to go, Ralph.
Okay, it's Ryda's turn next.
I think I'm just gonna climb normally, but have psychic ready in case I need to float down or maybe lift myself up.
You may use dexterity or strength. I know it doesn't necessarily matter for you. Survival and athletic. Depending on which core stat you use, depends on how you're doing it.
I'm going with
With what?
athletic. I mean, dex, sorry.
Okay. Alright. Ryda, you lack an amount of the brute strength that some of the others have. And that doesn't necessarily make your life easier. Especially when you start climbing and the high winds threaten to rip you off the ledge very easily. It sure is a good thing that Ralph is above you. And even if you do go flying, which seems very likely at the moment, you'll be fine. Lyre, meanwhile, is coming up behind you, and even though they're, well, only marginally heavier than you are, surely, they're sort of doing the whole go-goat thing, and anywhere that has a small ledge, they are just hopping up and making their way up after Ryda and Ralph.
Not dear.
Yes, which means it is now Lorantis and Tucker's turn.
Mm-hmm.
It is at this point Lorantis will offer to get off of Tucker in order to climb on their own.
Tucker definitely nods to that, considering their back will be going pretty vertical, so they're not going to be such a good platform to be ridden on for this. Will Lorantis be climbing first?
Lorantis will be climbing ahead of Tucker.
Okay. Alright then. Tucker will analyze the climb ahead, looking a little bit trepidatious about it. And he will of course pull out his new dark tendrils. Well, I've been getting a little more used to these. They're the best grip I got, so hopefully they work for this. And he will try to start climbing with both his forepaws, but also the ribbons, trying to work them together.
All right.
That note you said about how much they can lift kind of matters right now.
It sure does. So I need you to make the dexterity survival athletic check.
Okay. The last time there was a climb like this, he just got carried up, but that was Puchena for him, so it was a little easier to carry them up.
You are unfortunately a bit big for that now.
Yeah.
So it's a very good thing that you have the dark ribbons, as they are helping you to latch onto the ledges in ways that you would not have been able to do before. And they're sort of helping you pull yourself up as you're using your fore and hind paws to sort of find little grips along the way and drag yourself up to the ledges.
Yeah.
Your climbing, in spite of having rolled better than Ryda, is unfortunately slower than the others, purely because it's a little more awkward. And unfortunately, you do not have hoof tech.
Now, Tucker's taking their time anyways, just to be careful about this. The ribbons are doing a lot of the lifting, while he's using his paws to try to find stability, basically, against the wall and the ledges.
Which is helping you climb up after the others. Next is Deadeye's turn. And being the dexterous lizard he is, he can practically climb up the wall past everybody else if he weren't tied to Tucker and Brooke.
I just had a hilarious mental image of a Mudsdale Skyrim horsing up the side of the cliff.
You put that curse thing back where it came from, or so help me. Ah, yes, the Mudsdale from the ranch. Just walking up the side of things. Howdy, partner.
Just fucking Skyrim horsing his way up.
Alas, you are not so fortunate. Brooke, it is your turn.
Alright, I'm going to strength check this.
Our game world was not programmed by Bethesda.
Thank goodness.
Let's see how this roll is. Oh no!
Oh no.
At least.
Well,
That's
that's
three.
three. Unfortunately, Brooke, I guess climbing was not your forte.
I've never done it before.
Oh, you've done it before, just not in this body. Well, okay,
Can I-
not in this Evo.
Can I retroactively bravado myself?
I'll let you bravado yourself and use the 2 dice to add to this roll.
Okay.
Also, here's food for thought. if I'm using these tendrils to pull myself up, and is that an exertion of my own physical strength as well? I wonder. Basically, would it get me physically tired to use the ribbons a whole bunch?
Maybe.
I definitely think it
so
would.
not a 0. So do I just roll 2 more, or?
Go ahead and roll 2 more. And remember, you have augmentation. You can keep pumping will into stuff.
Yeah, like now.
I guess so. Good thing you have a little bit of extra.
I will pump enough will to succeed.
Okay.
So I'm at 3 right now.
So go ahead and spend another 2 will.
Okay. I was at 9 out of 8 for some reason. Is that normal?
I think you had an extra temp will.
Yeah,
Okay.
there was something legit about that. I don't remember. What it was.
I think I gave you a spare one that you just hadn't used.
Okay.
Probably for good roleplay. It takes you a minute, but eventually you find some of the claw holds that Ralph has been making on his way up, and that helps ease your way up to climb after everyone else. Unfortunately, this high up, the winds are probably at their strongest, and they are going to tear Laurentis, funnily enough, from the ledge that they're on. Whoa. And they're just out in the air, only being held to you guys by the rope currently.
That probably doesn't make my climbing any easier.
Let me see.
Yeah, I feel like that's going to be very alarming. Ralph will, as best he can tell, because he's still holding on. Pull her back in! Yeah, because he's worried about the fucking, all the birdies.
Right.
Flailing bug attracting birds? No.
We're fly fishing now.
Tucker thinks of trying to help but everything's currently occupied climbing. Tucker almost grabs the rope that Laurentis is attached to with his jaws, but then realized that could cause more problems than it could help.
You have ribbons.
But they're being used to hold up the climb.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
How do you want to solve this? Because Liar can't exactly do much of anything either. If I recall right, they don't have Vine Whip.
Well, I guess Tucker would be seeking the largest ledge to properly stand on so that he can do something about it, but I don't know how long that'll take.
I'm gonna use Warlord's Toll.
Oh? Okay.
And summon Delmise.
Oh.
Because I'm pretty sure he knows Vine Whip.
Hold on a second. Is this the first time we've used this?
It is.
Let's take a look at this again then. Invoke a fallen spirit to use one of their signature moves. One spirit may be invoked once per day. Each spirit must be invoked once per day. Typically invoke a spirit more often costs HP. The same as spirit for longer. Will cost 1 billion per use. And I guess you have a list of spirits?
I have an idea. I don't have a set list just yet.
Oh, right. I never gave you the list, did I?
I was wondering if there was a list.
All right.
Or if you could just sub anybody.
Well, I technically did give you a list. There's only 3 of them right now.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see, where is my... Sorry, I very briefly wanted to check if Liar had Vine Whip or not.
I'd
love to help, but
you,
I'm
Liar?
pretty much falling off the cliff myself at the moment.
Yeah, if not for Liar and Ralph, you would also be in the same position.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? Oh, this is the wrong list.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone.
Probably helped
It's
Petro
okay.
stingers. Would have been great for climbing. Of course, when I finally get rid of them, they would have been.
Also, Tucker is fully aware of all the birds in the sky, and because of earlier, has been keeping an eye on Lorantis. So this situation would alarm Tucker. It's just, yeah.
Nope, they don't. Okay. I was correct. Alright, now I need to go find this.
Okay. Oh, wait, does your Warlord's Toll let you summon, some of the Pokemon you've defeated in the past?
Yeah, that's the whole idea.
That's the idea of it. That makes sense.
They are spirits of powerful foes that Brooke has defeated. Is the polite way.
Lamp.
Hi.
Summon Quarterback.
Is Lamp in there?
He is.
Yeah, he lives.
I was gonna leave it a secret.
I think it was obvious, though.
It was fairly obvious, I know. So, Brooke, you reach out to the spirits that are bound to you, and you call upon Delmise. And its phantasm flickers behind you briefly, and a green aura washes over you and then flows into the stone beneath your claws. So could you please roll the accuracy and then the power for that move?
For this one here? Okay.
Yes. That is the move that it gives you.
Oh, finally a good
Damn.
roll. Oh, it's -1 accuracy, though. Whoops.
Lucky Chant also makes that a 9. So
Yes, it does.
And then the damage, too?
Yes.
Special +6. That's 10. Well, I don't want to do damage to Lorantis.
No. There's a reason.
Uh-oh.
That's hilarious. There it is. Roll 2 more dice for that damage, by the way.
Okay.
I'm also going to pin that for later.
Yes, that would be very nice, thank you.
Forgot to do that initially. I was a fool.
God dang it. Well, does Lucky Chant work for this, too?
Yes, it's already eating 2 of that. So, no damage. However, instead of, say, large vines bursting out of the rock and making this a very interesting encounter, like it could have been, instead that green energy ends up flowing into the moss and greenery that is already growing onto the wall and causes it to grow and twist. And it reaches out like a number of relatively thin tendrils because, unfortunately, this is not sea plant life.
Mm-hmm.
And they sort of start to grasp, kind of like from a distance, it almost looks like green webbing, funnily enough, and grasps at the rope, pulling Lorantis back towards the rock slowly. Ha 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 ha, and Lorantis is shaking and clinging to the ledge that they are on currently. Okay, I am okay.
Brooke sighs. It's like, oh god, I didn't know if that would work.
I'll put that in your efficiency bag.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
All right then.
Yay.
So
Day saved.
the day is mostly saved. I need everybody to make one more climbing check.
Mine too.
The background noise from Tubby sounded like screaming.
Yeah, my bad.
It's fine. It was well timed. It's like, I need one more climbing check. Screaming.
Open up.
Alrighty, let's see here.
Let's see. My roll. What was my roll for the last one?
You had to do dexterity.
Dexterity,
That's okay.
survival, athletic. was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Finally.
It's 10 dice. Well, either way. Oh, you got a good roll? Oh, you got a 5. Good work. Oh, no, I'm going to have a bad roll.
Right
Yep.
up, proud.
I was like, no, everybody's having good rolls. That means I can't. I just realized they weren't. It's still okay. But
So, but positive note, we'll go in order. So I'll get to each of you in turn. Ralph, you were able to get yourself up over the edge, and luckily at the edge of the mesa, there's all these roots and vines from the trees that you're able to grab onto and help pull yourself up. And when you're able to turn around, you can help pull everybody else up because they're connected by the rope. Rita, you have an easier time, and you're noticing that the smaller greenery, Rita, is sort of helping you along almost. It's very subtle, but it feels like the moss or grass, whatever it is on the side of this cliff, is helping just sort of buoy you up as you're climbing. While at the same time, also, it's kind of disconcerting, I would assume, for most people, but having like little grass blades curl around, say, your feet or your fingers very lightly to try and help keep you from being flung off by the winds. But that is what happens as you're pulling yourself up. Tucker, you have such a time. It is increasingly difficult for you. You are getting very exhausted. I need you to make a what is it? I want to say a tough survival athletic check at a -2.
okay. Tough survival athletic -2. Okay. Honestly, what I think is happening here is that Tucker probably put his all into pulling up with the ribbons, with the dark ribbons, not realizing that that would actually drain him very directly, considering he's never exerted them this much before then. But yeah, he's actually getting extremely physically exhausted from using them. Plus another consistent 3. Huh. Oh, wow.
There you go.
You reach a ledge and find yourself needing to stop for a moment to catch your breath. And Deadeye just comes behind you and starts helping push you up. You're being slow. The longer we stay here, the more likely you are to fall.
Good point, I guess. Sure, I'll keep pushing.
And with Deadeye's help, you're able to get nudged over the ledge. And Rourke, you have a very similar experience to Rida, in that the plant life around you, especially around you, is helping you to climb up, in addition to Ralph's claw holds, making it a relatively easy climb in the latter half for you.
Interesting.
And soon enough, each and all of you are over the edge. And I'm going to impose a brief stretch, bathroom, and or hydration break before we move on to the mesa proper.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. As a matter of fact, I was just about to have Ralph take a break. Just gonna be like, alright guys, I need a quick power nap. I'm gonna roll that right before I go.
Rest? Okay. I mean, fair enough.
Be right back.
Okay.
Yes, I'll run and grab a snack too.
Alright, how restful of a sleep we got here? How restful of a power nap? It's a powerful enough nap.
Far enough. It's a little rest.
I used way more will points than I wanted to.
At least you have a lot still.
Oh, dude, headcanon. The will point that rest uses up is to wake up. It's to get back up after the rest. That's my headcanon.
But yeah, to fair and to everybody else, I've noticed a few people bring this up a few times, like, it's weird that Tucker's only 100 pounds. It's like, I've mentioned this before, but it feels like people keep forgetting. I was a fat Pochana, but when evolution happened, it took all that calories and it made it a big old body. So I'm actually a normal weight right now. Probably will gain weight at some point, but there's just been a lot of stuff going on, so there hasn't really been a chance to just be lazy and eat a bunch of food. So, we've had our breaks, but Tucker's also trying to be more responsible too. So the weight gain will probably happen, but not just yet. Well, again, traded big belly for big. It's still big. This image is accurate after all, for the size difference that happened. I really like this image. It really does demonstrate the difference. Yeah, and this is pretty accurate to actual, probably around actual weight right now. I think there's a bit of a belly in this picture that maybe I don't have right now, but yeah, kind of thick, but not like actually super fat or anything right now. But yeah, I'll get fat eventually. Don't worry. Just remember, this isn't this isn't like a really silly fat fur game or whatever. So it's just something that will happen instantly, and yeah. Just poofy. Yeah, I'm very fluffy. Honestly, right now, kind of glad I didn't gain more weight, considering that the ribbons were able to lift exactly the weight I have. So, if I had gained more weight before this, I bet this would all be a little bit harder. But there is benefits to weight too. It can make you more stable, being heavier too. So good night, Beerus.
I has returned.
Hello.
I was vaguely listening into the conversation while I ate a snack.
It just seems like every other session there's somebody like, oh, Tucker's not fat right now. Like, it seems like people didn't catch wind of what happened when evolution. Yeah, basically evolution just burned all the calories into a bigger body. It's more surprising.
To be fair, a lot of the depictions of Tucker are fat.
Yeah, that's true. Well, everybody wants to draw me, even as a hyena is big, and that's fine. I'm down for that. Some of them are bigger than even I would like personally prefer, but I think it's fun to see them all the same. But yeah, I do think that waking will happen naturally with Tucker, and my antibody is just going to take a little bit more laziness and gorging than we've really had the luxury of experiencing lately. There's a lot been going on. Even during our breaks, Tucker's been really responsible lately. So
We just need a reward to be a feast, and for Tucker to gorge.
basically, if there's like some big feast or something, then we're gonna see something like that. Yeah. Hello, Kitty.
That town doesn't have the food to spare.
Yeah, not right now. It's very. I mean, it's a major plot point how there's, Savant Town producing its own food and stuff is a problem. So yeah, like gorging doesn't really make sense right now. But Kyrio, you also said surprising that Brooke is a bit taller than Ralph, but 1/4 his weight. Yeah.
Yeah.
All muscle, I think. The muscles can be heavy too. So.
Muscle is denser than fat, yeah.
Oh really? Yeah, actually, you're right.
Just means Ralph is hiding a lot more muscle than he lets on.
Also, hi there, Kibby. Yeah, much like Fair said, really cool that you made that one game. I'm gonna try to take a look at it later. Hope you've been doing well. Crash says, if Tucker does eat, he needs to enjoy a vacation or the food competition that ever happened. If another eating contest happened, considering that Tucker won it as a puppy, I think that challenge may be completely thrashed with the new form. I'm still impressed that the roles worked out that Tucker won the eating contest as a Puccino. That's pretty impressive, really. Yeah, maybe we'll see a feast at some point. A festivity would be a cool narrative break at some point.
Speaking of Chunky Tucker, I don't remember if you ever shared the full artwork he did for that one thumbnail.
Did I never share that?
You did? I don't recall.
Oh, hold on a second. That's a good question. First off, was it shared on the Discord? Well, let me check the fan art section.
I don't think it was shared in fan art.
Oh, so it wasn't. Thanks for pointing it out.
I remember you mentioning you were going to at some point.
Oh yeah, okay, I could put it in fan content. Yeah, Fair did a good job on that one.
Yeah, it was like, Fair's mentioning artwork. I'm trying to scroll and find where he's talking about it. But
sorry about that. I guess I should have shared it. I'll share it at the end of the session as well, since it's a little bit more of a fatty auto-canon thing. I feel like I only want to share like truly in-canon stuff at the start of a session during the end slate or during the recap. I mean, but for the end of a session, before I close out the video, I'm happy to share the more silly, funny things that don't involve the game directly or are out of canon. I think that's a better way to do it. That way I can share all the artwork, but I don't have to, like, break canon a little bit at the very start of a session, which feels a little pace-breaking, actually. And Kimmy said, fixed a few things after player feedback. Should be more player-friendly now. Oh, that's great. I'll download the update, then. Haven't actually played it yet. Been busy, but that was really cool when I saw that. Because I remember you came by streams that Turin was doing a while back, and you mentioned this idea for a game, so it's cool that you executed that idea. But yeah, let me share the picture in the Pokerole Discord server. No other reason to join it, guys. But I'll share the picture also on the table data session.
A picture, you say?
Yeah, I've decided that for out-of-canon stuff, basically like pictures of me being fat and stuff, I could share those at the end of sessions, so it wouldn't be too pace-breaking that way. Basically after everybody's already kind of heading off the table.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but also I never shared Fair's thing in fan content. I'm correcting that.
But I have returned.
Welcome back.
How is everyone?
I am good. Had a snack.
I am doing good. In game, Tucker is completely collapsed, probably to rest a little bit, just flop. So everybody's taking a break. And there's this. Would you like to start? Oh yeah, of course. Thank you for making it.
But yes, once everyone is ready, we can resume.
Is everyone actually back?
Go. Haven't heard from Tubby.
Tubby may
gonna
still
say.
be AFK.
I'm just going to say, I think Tubby is still away.
Okay, everything's kind of doing better IRL now. The second surprise storm stopped, and my stomach feels good, so. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I just sent Tuppy a little message just to mention that we're back from our breaks. I guess I may as well ask. Do we have some? Is this at all a dungeon, or is it more of a location?
I'm back, baby.
Oh, there you are. Hello.
Welcome back. You were asking if this is a new dungeon?
Yeah, I was wondering if the Blustering Mesa was going to have like tiles or anything.
It can have tiles. I'm not going to immediately make it have tiles.
Oh. I don't demand it. Just curious.
But people also don't need to be in marching order now.
Yeah, I was going to say we can go to a more natural formation, whatever that may be.
Freedom.
Tucker would probably still encourage Lorantis to stick close, just in case another bird gets an idea.
And I should think we carefully untie the rope and put it back in a bag.
You know, so you can...
As to use it later.
I shall collect my rope.
You ropes really don't get enough credit. So simple, but so useful. It's like string, but stronger and manlier.
Ryder just gives Raph a nod, like, yep, sure.
It's easier to go along with it.
Yes, and now, you were able to take in the sights of the top of the blustery mesa. The forest itself is a cluster of trees. Perhaps too many too close together at first. But as you move past that initial barrier, there is space for you all to squeeze through. And one thing that you all notice as you're proceeding away from the edge is not only do these trees provide a decent amount of cover from the high winds, most of them also happen to be bearing berries.
Damn my full inventory.
Berries of
Yes.
various kinds, indeed, as well as the ground underneath your feet is almost entirely green with grass. Something that you're not particularly used to seeing.
God darn, now I can never be good at various insert sweaty video game here.
Oh no, Ralph, you've touched grass. Even though
Actually,
you've already done so.
Yeah, I'll make fun of myself. I can never be good at Dead by Daylight now. Damn. I'm kidding, by the way.
Tucker's nose would start to wriggle because I assume those berries are sweet berries, or at least tasty berries.
Funnily enough, the scent that reaches your nose right now is spicy.
Whoa.
As in, it burns your nose a little bit.
Ooh.
So, when you examine the berries, Tucker and company, most of them are the spicy kind.
Yo, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's get a few of those starfish.
At least where you are now, anyway.
You know what? Tucker's gonna go ahead and sample one. Even it does make them snort a little bit because of the spiciness.
Ah, you're going to pluck one with one of your ribbons?
Yeah. And just give it a shot. Eat it.
You go to do that, plucking one of these spicy jalapeno-shaped berries, because I say so. And I don't know all the berries by heart. There is additional rustling from the canopy above you all, and a distinct metallic cry that Brooke and Deadeye would recognize.
That makes sense.
Oh. Well, Tucker will probably stop in the spot at that noise.
Mirandus, of course, hears this and hunkers down, staring up at the canopy, like it's about to attack him.
Seems like a fair assumption at this point.
Sorry, I missed it. What happened?
I was wondering why you hadn't responded.
Yeah.
Tucker plucked a berry from a nearby tree, and there was a metallic cry that Deadeye and Brooke would recognize out of familiarity. And clearly the Rantis knows what it is.
Oh, is the scar coming back? Oh wait, no, it was the
The bravery area that you fought and
Bravery.
fled.
yeah.
Oh, great. Another inedible bird.
I bet I could kill it again. I mean, I killed the other one.
The other one?
The Skarmory. I imagine that's what Deadeye's referring to when he says another inedible bird.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. It wouldn't have been Brooke. It would have been Deadeye and Ralph. I apologize.
Oh, I thought it was Mrs.
Right.
Giant too.
I completely forgot. That wasn't Deadeye and Brooke. That was Deadeye and Ralph.
Okay.
Ralph did his whole cooking bit.
Yes, I am sorry.
Well, it's okay.
That was on me.
I couldn't quite
Yeah.
remember either.
Yeah, I got the thing. And Ralph thinks he gave it to Blaze to eat.
To eat, yeah. Oh, great. One of them. Can we keep moving, please?
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
As Laurantis almost does a Zoidberg shuffle as they try to keep as close to the ground as possible.
Tucker will nod to the whole hurrying up thing, but we'll just go ahead and pop the berry real fast in his mouth as he walks forward.
How hot is it?
I don't know. Look, he really drained himself. He needs a snack.
It is very spicy.
I think Tucker's eyes will start to water, and he will visibly seem a little distressed, but we'll keep moving all the same.
So like a sweet spicy, like a dry spicy, maybe a savory spicy. I'm like calling out to Tucker.
Just a spicy. He says through gritted teeth.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant. For some reason, I thought you meant Deadeye. Right. I forgot to finish that little side story. So I should mention as you all begin heading deeper into the forest, and it's not going to be all spicy berries. It's just around that initial area. But at some point, Brooke, Scales is going to pop back into existence, being a little Totodile flopped over your shoulder, looking mildly displeased.
Was it worth it?
Do you want to know the worst part about being a ghost?
What's that?
I can't loot anything.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
I still say we should go back for it.
What was it? Do you know?
Well, I almost got to the ground before I vanished, so no.
I was wondering if there was a range on this whole thing.
Normally I wouldn't think so, but I guess the dust cloud did some or whatever. I know about as much as you do.
We'll look for it on the way back, if we remember.
If y'all remember the shiny. And yes, Ryda is able to pluck another spicy berry and give it to Tucker.
A non-spicy berry.
a non-spicy berry. Never mind.
Yeah.
I assume the one. I assume the
main
Doom
point.
one. The Doom run rolls to determine how spicy it was. So this was like super spicy, right?
Yeah.
So this was probably the first thing that Tucker ate was probably a spellin berry or a variation.
Probably.
Yeah. I'm gonna snag one of those before we're out of it. Like I'm gonna put this on my food when I eat. See, that's really a problem. You're not supposed to eat the spicy by itself. You gotta rub it all over the thing you want to eat.
Yeah, that might have made it a little bit better. Nonetheless, it's notable that it did perk Tucker up to eat an extremely spicy berry. Woke him up a bit.
I gather some seeds.
That's good. Right? That's a good idea.
Yeah. It's a long shot if this stuff grows there. But, I mean, we got a berry garden, so, probably won't grow as good as this, but,
Agriculture is the entire reason we're up here, so.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's get those seeds. Something will grow back at Savannah Town.
Well, if you want some of the good dirt, I guess, we probably want to go further in. Still looking up at the canopy.
Oh, yeah. That's a brilliant idea. Take some of the good dirt back with us.
Wasn't that why you wanted to come?
Yes. That is why we came.
Something, you've got a jar of dirt.
Yes, indeed.
I think Brooke will offer Laurie a bit of his cloak to hide under if he wants to.
Laurie is very okay with this and will hunker by Brooke. Scales will, of course, smirk and make a wiggly eye ridges motion at Brooke.
What's that all about?
Oh, nothing.
Yeah, his heart belongs to Lilligan back home.
Brooke
Scales
just
is
rolls his
currently-
eyes.
Scales is currently going unseen. So unless Ralph has decided to use foresight... Is it foresight?
I think that's what let you see him. I have odor sleuth if I really wanted to pinpoint Scales' location.
Right. Right.
You can taste the eyebrow ridges wiggling.
I don't think
That-
Tucker takes
that
much
is-
of anything, right?
To be honest, I thought that was Deadeye doing that, which seemed out of character, but
No.
No. Scales and Deadeye are different people.
I don't know if Deadeye dies, Scales might possess them, but that could get real awkward.
That would be really weird.
I have a question.
Yes.
What I assume we brought. I assume it was unstated, but that we brought something to carry a bunch of dirt into.
No. Just our backpacks.
I mean-
Lori brought stuff. Lori brought jars. Good.
I was just thinking. I think the most sensible thing to gather a decent yield would probably be like a burlap sack or something, or equivalent.
Lori brought containers.
Okay.
Now, with that said, Lori just sort of gestures around. Vaguely, anyway. I don't think much has changed since I left. Did you want to look for anything more specific than dirt?
Something that would grow quickly would be nice. That's edible, of course.
They pause to consider this.
I was thinking like maybe rice or something. This is out of character.
Oh, I was gonna say if it was in character, Ralph been like zero shot rice grows in Spantown.
Yeah.
Out of character. There's no way that rice grows here.
Yeah.
However,
Something similar.
I get what you mean. Something like
Yeah.
rice or flax.
Maybe wheat? Yeah. Something like that. That's a good staple thing that grows well.
Also out of character, I'm not sure of what fast-growing crops there are. I know things like wheat, flax, I think barley might, and rice. Maybe oats? But I don't think this is the right environment for that.
Leafy greens tend to grow fast.
Yeah, like lettuces and spinach.
Lettuce, carrots, spinach, kale, radishes, turnips. Turnips is a good one. Peas, broccoli.
Well, you might not find all that up here, but Lorantis will begin pointing you all in a direction deeper in. And you all can go ahead and make Insight Survival Alert checks.
Alright, let's take a look.
Since I assume you all are searching for things to collect.
Using
Among other things.
Yep. Thing, roots, stems, leaves.
What's the roll again?
Insight
Inside
Survival Alert.
survival alert.
Okay, the classic. Just making sure. And no, it's not a very good one. 2, I guess. No, it makes sense. My Tucker senses are a little messed up from the spices, so a little hard to search for things.
Your nose is sniffly,
Stiffly nose.
but it sure will be clear later.
I'd probably say Ryda is less focused on looking for things to harvest and more focused on Pokemon around, like the team and any wildlife around, just to keep an eye out to make sure no one tries anything.
Alright. Well, Ralph, at least around this initial little area, most things that are like leafy green looking or lower to the ground are bushes that contain other berries. They're relatively nondescript, but even a glance at them, it's like, oh, these probably aren't poisonous.
Yeah, probably is a fun word.
Well, they don't certainly have any weird mottled colors that might say they're poisonous. What's Brooke looking for again? Same thing?
Basically anything that looks edible. Yeah.
Well, there's certainly plenty of berries around that you can choose to collect or try.
Mm-hmm.
As for Ryda, you're paying attention to the Pokemon around. You notice a couple of Pidgeotto and Pidgey nesting in some of these trees. More in close proximity to each other than might be average. And you also briefly see and hear a shadow from above the canopy and its metallic cry.
Wow.
And a talon flame swoops down just above y'all's heads and very quickly decides, when it realizes how many of you there are, that it is not worth it. So it just continues on.
That's right, you better run.
Yep.
You know, that's nice. Just a little extra heat up here where it is surprisingly cool.
Guess I'm gonna be focused on that Skarmory, seeing as that thing still seems interested in us.
Tucker will also be sort of aware of it. Obviously not the best perception roll, but we'll be looking in the clouds.
It doesn't stand a chance. It was the first boss.
So you say.
Yeah, wasn't it? Like in the PMD games.
Oh, was it? Oh, I guess it was. In any case, you all proceed through the underbrush and over a variety of tree and tree roots. This place is clearly not really traveled up and down by many terrestrial Pokemon, as you're not seeing any sort of like nature trail that would be made by Pokemon like, say, Deerling. Though you are having to avoid a number of natural landmines, to put it politely.
An isolated place that only flying Pokemon can reach easily. This reminds me of an episode of the show.
However, as you proceed further away from the edge of the mesa, you do notice that there's more spaces where there are gaps between the trees, like little openings or groves, as it were. I've lost the word for it. I hate that.
Hollow?
No, not a hollow.
Clearing?
Clearing, thank you. Hollow also works, but I meant clearing. And Lorantis is specifically avoiding those spaces because they are open to the sky.
Yeah.
Where if you look out to the sky, there's almost always at least one flying type Pokemon up there looking for something to eat. And as it so happens, there are a number of very docile bug Pokemon around as well that generally avoid the group. In fact, I should make a small roll here. Okay. Another Talonflame circles around in the clearing nearby. It appears to be eyeing what looks to be a pineco hanging from a tree that looks angry and ready to detonate.
Ooh. This could be fun to watch.
Not too close.
I don't think we want to be near that.
Come on, instant dinner. We would just have to collect it from the surrounding area.
That's morbid.
I don't think that's how this is. Boom! There is a brief flash off to the side. And if you look over, the Talonflame is still up. And it is carrying a very fainted Pineco away.
Ah, it must have mistimed it. Oh, snooze you lose.
Ryder kind of thinks to himself and then looks over at like one of the small bug Pokemon following around. Perhaps we could have a contingency if one of the birds try to swoop at us. An offering of sorts to dissuade them from us.
No, I was thinking we pound the shit out of it if they try and come at us.
Laurentis seems deeply uncomfortable by this offering talk.
Better them than us. Less scuffle.
It doesn't stop them from being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Tucker notices Laurentis' discomfort at that and expresses, I don't know, that might be a little bit upsetting for some of us here.
Yeah, if any of these birds try funny business, we just, we'll stomp them into the dirt.
Hey, Brooke,
Very
you
well.
were looking for a certain bird, right?
Yeah, I'd like to learn how to rain dance.
Go ahead and give me an insight survival nature.
Mm.
Well,
Wow.
Excellent. So as you're passing by another clearing, this one seems like it actually had terrestrial Pokemon around it. And it gives you pause because it looks like a number of concentric circles have been sort of trod into the ground. Because it's clear that there's circles where the grass is much shorter than the rest of it in this clearing.
Lori, what's this? Do you know?
They very tentatively peek their head out, eyes up at the sky first. There's a Pidgeotto perched on a branch nearby.
Brooke will glare at it.
It glares back. It's not big enough to take, Lori. Lori's too large of a bug. If I had to guess, maybe this is an Oricorio dancing circle?
Oh, that's perfect. Do you know when they usually use something like this?
No. I usually avoid most of the flying types around here.
And that's fair.
You could always try at night. Not that I want to stay here.
Yeah.
As soon as we're done gathering supplies, we'll have Ryda take you home.
Say, I also have a question about this place. So, when we were at the observatory, it lets you, like, see stuff from super far away. Anyway, we looked over here and noticed that, like, there were streaks of light coming from the sky to this plateau. Any idea what that's about?
That was Aster Rock, actually.
Oh, Aster Rock? Oh shit, then never mind.
Yeah, we stopped by there and watched the stars fall.
I'm getting my geological features mixed up. My bad. Yeah, so disregard.
That's okay. Astarock is a lot taller than this place. But sometimes from one of the edges you can watch the starfall.
Neat.
Also, apparently, this place is lousy with talon flames and fletchinders because Like a little family of them just flies overhead.
Is rain the only source of water up here?
Well, yeah. They pause, gesturing toward... I assume that y'all have kept moving unless you've stopped.
Mm-hmm.
And gesture towards a small hole in the treetops. The clouds are really close, so sometimes one of them will get really low and all that moisture kind of drifts through. It makes for a very weird fog, but usually it clears up quick because of the wind.
I think that this place is so lush without a river nearby.
I know, right? But I don't think we've ever had to worry about rain up here.
So, most of the party are looking around for suitable things that might be good for crops, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And I assume anything that, like, you want passed back to the town, you're giving to Lori to keep, like seeds, a variety of just regular old berries.
I think it's fair to... Yeah, I think this is fair. Tucker would actually go over to Brooke and express... I don't think farming was exactly where I grew up's focus, but I was pretty rural, I think. There's a lot of hardy vegetables that grow underground. If you see anything suspicious, I could try to dig it up if you point it out.
That might work. I remember foraging and finding some stuff like that. Some roots are really good for you. Although, my diet is particular. So, if Tucker wants to be on the lookout for, like, root stuff, go ahead and also give me an insight survival nature.
Okay.
And since Ralph was looking for leafy greens before, you can also give me an insight survival nature.
Yeah. Oh, and one thing I'll be kind of looking out for, we shouldn't just be looking for food, we should be looking for medicinal herbs as well. Like the energy root, that leaf that's name escapes me, that, like, it heals you, but, like, it makes your Pokemon hate you a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, the bitter stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be keeping an eye out for that stuff, too.
But yeah, Tucker will be looking for that because out of everyone here, he's probably the best digger.
Okay. 1 minute. Okay,
Unless somebody literally has dig. I don't know if anybody does.
I'll be right back to read that line.
Okay. Yeah, to point out backstory while we wait for Clark. Reminder that Tucker, I grew up on a ranch. It was more of a Pokemon ranch, but farmlands were around too. So picked up a little bit about farming stuff too. So root vegetables, things like onions, carrots, etc., and such are something that Tucker would know to point out. Hey, this would be pretty good. Also, they tend to be hardier since they do grow underground. Which is, I think, hardy things are good to look for in this situation.
Alright, I return.
Welcome back. Howdy ho. That is hit roll.
I noticed. Brooke thinks, I foraged as a trainer now and then. I think I know some aliens might have edible roots. Squirrels never liked the wild onions, though. Tucker, you're able to find a few things that you sniff out that smell like they might be edible.
All right.
Unfortunately, you don't know the move dig, so you will need to perform a check. Like
That's
anyone
fine.
else.
What would be the check? I mean, I think it'll go pretty well. I'm pretty big, and I got pretty good claws, so.
Let's say a strength, survival, athletic.
Okay.
And as for you, Ralph, unfortunately, you do not see anything that looks like a medicinal herb around here. But given the sheer amount of greenery, it wouldn't surprise you if you might be overlooking something on accident.
Ooh, a 6.
And yeah, Tucker, you're able to find a couple of root vegetable looking things that remind you of carrots, but far too large.
Carrot, but bigger sounds more useful. Also, incidentally, since I am digging, this also might provide good dirt for the collection of that.
And I just imagine me looking over this stuff, and I'm just like, yeah, sure, some of these are what I'm looking for. Yeah, as he's like searching his like knowledge banks for that information. Unfortunately, he was not a botanist by trade. He probably knew stuff because smart people tend to just like know a lot of random stuff, but not coming to him at the moment.
What about you, Rida? What are you doing?
Don't think Fred has anything in particular that he's looking for. Keeping an eye out for the skarmory, but other than that, probably just help along whatever the party's looking for at this moment.
Mostly
Okay.
focused on being the lookout, which is important.
Well, go ahead and give me an insight, survival, nature, just in case you find anything.
Cool. Oh, I have no nature, so this will just be 6.
Poor Rida. You're gonna need to fix that if you're going to grow your own alchemy items. And of course, Rida, the other half of Arnar, gets a high roll when they shouldn't.
Never punished.
Revival Herb, that's the name of the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're able to find a few small things. Little sprigs of something or other that probably don't have any large medicinal value, but you feel like you could probably do something with them.
Unfortunately, I don't have the inventory space for it, so I guess I'll take it and I'll bring it to Ralph. And basically just sort of show it off of like, hey, I might be able to do something with this. You mind holding on to it for me?
I shall put her in my bag.
Thank you.
Tucker isn't so much focused on obtaining anything so much as just focusing on digging, but he does have open bank slots if needed. It's also worth noting that if you know anything about canines that dig, if you're standing behind Tucker at any one point, if anybody is, they're going to get covered in dirt if he starts digging. So be careful.
So there's a brief moment where you all hear the start of a shrike cry, And Deadeye snaps his head to the sky and unleashes a lightning bolt. And the whole forest is dead silent for a good minute. And then you hear crashing nearby as something falls through the canopy.
Oh.
Dang. Nice shot, D, Brooke says, impressed. Finally. I've got no idea why they thought they could even hope to return. And he very determinedly starts trudging through the underbrush in the direction of the thing that fell. Even though Laurentis tries very timidly to motion like, wait, no, that's not the way to go.
Did I be in both the player and the dog and duck hunt?
Okay, the tablet's being weird. It does not want to load stuff.
Oh. Do you want the link to the page so you can reload the whole thing? Yeah, it's been that kind. Yeah, it's kind of being that way for me today
Oh,
too.
that's so weird. It doesn't want to load things until I hover over them.
Yeah, and then they'll load. Yeah, you have to like mouse over them. It was doing that when I loaded today. I was noticing that. Yeah, so if you want, it's very annoying. I don't know why it's doing that.
So, hey, what makes the soil here better than other places? Brooke ignoring Deadeye's departure as he questions Lori. It's one thing to transfer a jar or two, but knowing how to make more would be nice, you know? Accidentally a word. I also stumbled. Well, I don't know. I'm not exactly educated like the rest of you. I just know that it's good here, and that's why everything grows so well. It's also why I didn't want to just take a bunch. Sure. Just thought I'd ask, Brooke says. It's on my list of things to find out. So Tucker, you can make me an insight survival nature check on that subject.
Okay. The way I see it is, Tucker grew up on a ranch that was focused on Pokemon, but it's still in the rural area. There's a lot of farms around, and you know how rural communities can be, right? They kind of share with their resources and stuff, so, Tucker got a lot of fresh vegetables to eat and stuff like that. Also, that was a pretty good roll. I like how that was almost entirely sixes.
So you know from, your family that certain Pokemon excrement is used as fertilizer.
Mm-hmm.
And you took notice, you've taken notice that there's an awful lot of bird Pokemon around here.
Oh, is that what you meant by natural landmines?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
So it's entirely possible that the assortment of bird Pokemon around here are kind of helping make the soil fertile, but it wouldn't have been a process that happened like overnight. Because normally, bird Pokemon A don't make a lot, and B it's not usually that good for the soil. So give me a logic check to see if you can connect the dots.
Okay.
Add your smart to it. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I are smart. No, a little smart.
Well, you at least fully get the part where it's probably because there's all these bird Pokemon here that the dirt is good. And there's also... And you've seen the bugs, and some bugs like to burrow, which helps.
Okay. Tucker will talk to Brooke and mention on the conversation about the dirt. I feel like I remember a little bit about this, but I think nutrients help the soil out, obviously, and I think other Pokemon can add nutrients to the soil when they, well, you see the mess around here, kinda. Besides that, I think some bug types and other Pokemon can dig into the soil and sort of shuffle it around, which helps it out as well, I think.
I'm sure there are plenty of digging Pokemon that we don't see. Lori pipes up. And I'm willing to bet there are some grass-type Pokemon who are hiding, like I usually would.
Tucker nods to that. Yeah, as I've been digging, I noticed that, well, the soil does seem kind of soft and airy, I guess. So that's probably helping it out. I'm pretty sure there was one point in time where Tucker dug in, the more arid soil about the main continent. And
yes,
the dirt would feel comparatively different. Harder, more, the main continents would be harder and less... It'd be less fluffy, to put it in, to lack of a better term.
More difficult to dig through. Or, if it's not terribly difficult, I guess a good way to describe it might be like dusty.
Yeah.
Oh. Right. Gross. I don't think of it. I'm not sure Savantown utilizes fertilizers. They probably do, and they're not telling you.
Hardcore.
I was wondering what Ralph's reaction would be to that.
Liar just shrugs. This seems like a natural part of nature.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
The Doom guy likes the number 4 today.
Must be a fan of golf.
Is it? In Japan, that is a Doom number, so it makes sense.
Yeah. They're a trio of fletchlings that have just come to rest on a branch nearby and are watching all of you very curiously. Well, if so, then that tells me that whatever Pokemon are eating up here is contributing to the soil quality, Brooke says. So we might be on the right track regardless. If some burrowing bugs might help, then maybe we can take a few too. Scales, being on Brooke's shoulder, grins. Ah, still thinking like a trainer, huh?
We might. Relocating plants is one thing. Relocating something that can actually move around, it's not that far.
I mean, Reddit can teleport, so I don't know if it matters.
Yeah, that's not. It's the logistics of it aren't what Ralph is worried about. Ralph's more worried about the the unforeseen consequences of it.
Something. Hey, team, you want to destroy an ecosystem?
Yeah, basically. At worst, destroy the ecosystem, and at a non-successful best, we just kill whatever we bring over because it can't survive in the new environment.
Well, we can also ask if they want to come, Kirk says, rubbing his head. The methodology isn't that important. It's more just how we're replicating the conditions.
Tucker thinks for a second and remarks, well, if there's any that are like Lori and don't want to stick around here, maybe they'd like to come along.
Well, that depends on if there are any wilds that feel like being convinced. Most Pokemon up here are feral.
It's definitely a shame there's no geologists in this universe currently.
Deadeye comes trudging back. He has a slightly smoking braviary with them, dragging it along by the legs.
Tucker looks
Let's keep
impressed.
heading. Let's keep heading for where we might find the best soil quality, and then take a look around. Maybe
Which
there will be
Orchestra?
some- Maybe there will be some clues around. My voice. Maybe there will be some clues around it. Brooke says. Lori nods.
Sounds good to me, Captain.
And your Lorantis friend will begin directing everyone toward an area that has more flowers than it has bushes and berry trees.
This would be the place. I'm gonna have another look around for energy roots / revival herbs.
Go ahead and make your insight survival nature.
Alright, let's see here. Think
Let's-
what did they look like?
Mostly because it requires figuring out what they look like. Yes, actually.
Search your memory, Ralph. You know it to be some kind of leaf.
While you don't find revival herb, you do identify a number of flowers that have minor medicinal properties that could probably be used to make tea if you collected the bulbs or the leaves.
Tea's nice. Well, yeah, we'll snag the whole darn flower. Like one or two of them.
Tucker will probably also kind of hover over to you, being kind of interested in the flowers. So if you
They
want to
certainly
ask him to help dig up things, you can.
They certainly smell nice, and they shouldn't be too difficult to dig up unless it's, say, an entire bush.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that should be good. Alright, Joe, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure this makes it to you.
Some tea sounds kind of good. Maybe we should grab a bushel of them.
Yeah, but I'm not totally cured, if I'm honest.
Brooke can also do insight survival nature. Meanwhile, Lori is just going to take a random flower, drink whatever nectar is inside, and then consume it. Just
I ask-
munch.
Can I also insight
No.
survival nature due to this also kind of being something I might know a little bit about?
You may try, yes.
Okay.
Brooke, is there anything particular you're looking for that would be familiar from your trainer days?
Oofy.
Unfortunately, Tucker, these are mostly pretty flowers to you.
Cafe I recognize, darn.
Rida, since I know I haven't paid terribly much attention to you at the moment,
He's okay.
I assume you're still keeping an eye on the sky.
Of course.
You do see the shadow of the Skarmory pass over a few more times as you're following everyone else. It's not coming through the canopy, and as you're moving towards the flower region of the mesa, we'll call it, you're noticing it less.
As in, I'm just getting glimpses of it less, or it seems like it's coming around.
It seems like it's coming around less. Would you mind giving me a smart logic check, Rida?
Yeah.
Alliums, purple flowers that grow in ball-shaped clusters. Roots tend to grow into wildlands and garlic.
S'mores.
So you are able to find alliums. They are, however, next to, I believe, hydrangeas. Look relatively similar, if I recall right. And hydrangeas are poisonous. But you are able to pick them out between the two.
Can I add an assortment of flowers card
Scene.
to my bag?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can just like copy that
Yeah.
in the flower assortment. Right, I'll message Hydra then.
Okay.
Okay. Because I had a sneaking suspicions started not coming around as much.
What has Ryder been observing? I kind of missed that little bit.
Basically, I've been keeping an eye on the Skarmory, stalking side.
Okay. Right, because it's still doing things. Being around.
Easy to tell the difference when you pull them out of the ground. That is true. Actually, with the strength that Brooke has...
Yeah.
Good grief. With the strength that Brooke has, I don't think I should be asking if you can rip out the thing. And I will say there are mushrooms around here and there. But I don't believe any of you necessarily knows enough, aside from maybe Brooke, about whether or not they could be good to eat, and even then, that is tenable.
Something just
Also-
occurred to me. There's... Lyre might be able to differentiate some of these flowers and tell us what they do, sort of. I'm sure he's eaten some of these.
Maybe they can. It depends on if you ask.
That's true. I just hadn't thought about that.
Lyre's just been happy to tag along for the ride. This place is great for them.
I can imagine so.
Okay, I think Tucker would actually approach Lyre, and Tucker has basically gathered a decent amount of different types of flowers, with the idea basically, I'll just brew them individual. I'll just brew these individual types of flowers together and see if they make a good tea or something. But Tucker realizes that he could ask Lyre, so he actually presents them to Lyre and asks Lyre, do you happen to know what any of these are? If any of them would make a good tea?
Small side note, Blaze would be so upset to know that a dagger he forged as like this pristine weapon is being used as a trowel. And I think that's funny.
That's pretty good.
It's like it has a use besides stabbing, which is great. But Lyre will look at the assortment of flowers you have, and yes, tools are meant to be used. And they'll start sorting through them. And they divide them into 3 categories, which they'll gesture with one forehoof to indicate each one. They gesture at one pile. This is the largest pile that you have of the ones you have collected. No good. And then they gesture to the middle pile, which is much smaller, but you were able to find more of this particular set of flowers. These, good. And then they gesture to the third pile, which has some fairly vibrant looking flowers. Bad. No good. And they move that pile a little further away.
Tucker nods and says, I see. So the really good ones are a little harder to find. Thanks, Lyre. I'll try to find more of those.
They nod, smiling, and go back to humming to themselves.
Okay.
Pidgey and a fletchling have landed on their antlers.
Aw, cute. So Tucker will discard the 2 bad and batter piles, and will go look for more of the keep and go look for more of the good flowers.
Now, I should note that when they said no good, that pile, the biggest pile, like, it was an assortment of flowers.
So some of those could
And-
still be okay.
Yes. They're assuming you mean for, like, eating. So they're saying no good for one set of them, like, no, don't eat these. Like, either you'll get nothing out of them or it may not be good for you. It's hard to tell. They're being very sparse with their words, as usual. Middle one is, these are good, or like, these are fine. And then the last ones are, no, do not eat these, this is bad.
Okay, I have a way of defining it. Alright, in that case, Tucker will keep the ones that are no good but not bad, and also the good ones. And we'll try to go find some more good ones. But we'll definitely throw away the ones that Liar was particularly against, since those might be dangerous.
Hey, Ryda, would you want to keep those?
Keep what specifically?
The flowers that Liar said are bad, air quotes.
Yeah, the ones they made a specific motion to separate out because they might be bad, like poisons or something.
I have enough poison.
I figured I would ask.
I still have like bottle, blood. I have some stuff back at home to make more poison. I think I'm good on making poison.
Your choice.
Like,
Tucker's
if
just
I
gonna leave
wanted
them on
to
the ground so they're there.
Assassinate someone, I'm good.
I was gonna say, you don't want assassin tea? You sure?
Assassinate.
I think I have enough assassin.
Okay.
Implements.
I did
Teasing.
DM you something. I did do that.
Oh, thank you. Interesting. Go ahead and give me an insight survival alert, please.
Okay.
And finally, I should get to the book lines. Hey, remember that one time foraging? I came back with a bunch of mushrooms, or gas scales, with a chuckle. Might be worth a shot. Then again, don't think the rangers came out around here anymore. Scales pauses, and they stay on your shoulder as a totodile. They seem to be doing this very on purpose at the moment. Well, I mean, we could try, but it's been a couple hundred years. He makes a brief face. You think those weird Pokemon that look like Pokeballs but are mushrooms are still around? Or do you think they changed their appearance?
You have to.
Fungus? I guess they probably have changed by now. Some of the Voltorbs, right? I haven't seen anything like a Pokeball at all. Yeah, I think Pokemon like that were the first to go. Unless they're all, like, hibernating, or changed. Who knows? Just make sure you don't grab... Was it don't grab the little white ones, or don't grab the ones that are red with white spots? Side note, you sure you want to trust your survival to a several 100-year-old spirit that hasn't tried mushrooms in forever?
Well, it does sound rash.
Imagine it's the mushrooms that do Brooke in.
I'll show you a rash, all right. I think I better let someone who isn't already dead figure this out. You know, I think that might be the wisest thing you've said today. Ooh, blueberry. Jumps off, goes over to attempt to eat a blueberry, cannot. So, Ryda,
Jeez.
you do find what you're looking for. And based on what you see, it must have come through here recently.
That is a good and bad sign. Cool. So I can see which direction it went to, right?
Yes, further into the mesa.
Okay. Well, it's not around, so I guess I'll just keep an eye on that general direction for the time being. It's not exactly a concern at the moment, so no need to sound alarm, but I'll just keep an eye and an ear out in that general direction.
We are generally heading that way, though, aren't we?
You are.
Hmm.
Deadeye holds up his prize. So, when are we going to rest? I'd like to actually cook this thing. We're almost there. We'll probably have to use a clearing. They fidget nervously, but lead you all down this path that seems almost like it's these curated rows of flowers. Nothing necessarily on the unnatural level of humans doing gardening, where they try to make things super symmetrical. But it's not hard to tell that this was influenced, probably by the surrounding Pokemon to, grow in a way that benefited them. And Lori is going to bring you to a small area of the Mesa woodland where the trees have all these vines strung over them. They're almost like little curtains or like Christmas strings, except they're dotted with a variety of flowers, some of which are sun petals, as you would recognize from those that you currently have at base. Which Lori is going to gratefully consume at least one on the way. But there's a number of flowers around, on bushes, on vines winding around the trees, and even just growing on the ground around your feet. It's a very colorful section of this forest. But as one might surmise, there aren't really any berries here. Or anything that looks like it would be herbs or roots, necessarily. This is the area I used to live in. There's a lot of holes in the canopy. They gesture up, and you can see that because the trees are further apart here, there's more room for flying Pokemon to dive in. So it's not the safest. Usually.
What do you mean by usual?
Well, if there was a storm, they wouldn't come near us, and sometimes there just wouldn't be any nearby for some reason. But it wasn't reliable. Sometimes it might seem like a safe day and you could go out and get caught.
Perhaps it has something to do with the dragon nearby.
Maybe? Oh, but there should be a clearing right over here. I don't think it's too far in. And Lori moves ahead of you all and begins helping pull aside brush to let you all through. At least those of you that aren't taller than, they are. Which apparently includes Tucker, because Tucker is about the same height as Lori.
Yeah, just a little bit ducky, that's fine.
And we can swap to Offense 110.
Okay. Let's see.
I forget if we have a model prepared for this. I think we do.
Oh, goodness. Yep.
Oh! Maybe. Is it in the bag? If not, I can go get it.
Yeah, it's not in the bag.
Okay.
Darn.
Don't worry. It'll only take me a second. Let's see. Can somebody remind me what generation I should be getting the bag of? I think it's 5.
I think it's 5. It was one of the generations I didn't play.
That's
Was it
fair.
black and white?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And as you're following Lori, they stop, just freezing up as you come to this clearing, and in the center is a large, slumbering dragon. And at first it only looks like it's this black mound in the center of the clearing. And then it begins to stir. You did.
I was on to you. So, how do we feel about having an extra guest for dinner?
Swag.
Deadeye willing to share?
Pardon me, loading the mats.
I was wondering. Yeah, are you having trouble?
No, it's fine. They finally loaded.
Rotating the chicken.
Maybe I should move right out. There you go, right now.
There we go. Oh, that is a weird fade.
The fade animation is silly.
Yeah, just a bit. Gosh, it does look a little weird, doesn't it? Anyway. Hey, about that dragon you want us to avoid, Brooke says. This it? Lori nods silently. Deadeye does not look terribly impressed.
Tucker looks a little more impressed.
His hands have mouths. That's pretty cool. Imagine how efficient that would be. You could eat with your hands and still talk without your mouth being full.
It also seems somewhat inconvenient.
Without much warning, Lyre decides to step out into the open as this dragon raises up its trio of heads and takes notice of the lot of you. And that's where we're going to end it.
Lyre, our smooth talker, you got this.
Yeah.
Lyra is full of surprises, so.
He is our diplomat, I believe.
I mean, Lyre belongs to Eternatus, so
Exactly.
pretty difficult to argue against him.
It's also a good point. I didn't think about that, but that's a good point too. There's some pull there.
Also, with all the bird Pokemon around, when you mentioned a dragon last session, I half expected an Altaria.
Yeah, my thinking was probably a dragonfly type.
I was highly amused by the idea of Altaria because there is an Altaria that could appear. They might not, but they could. Oh, I can get rid of the extra sandstorms.
But yeah, this song. I'm not going to say too much, but I will say this song is a really old pick song. It was for an idea of a plot play a long time ago. So interesting to have the song pop up.
Well,
I'm curious what those footprints I was looking at looked like, considering this thing.
yeah, I know.
Like-
Yeah, dragon's feet are a little weird. They look like the ends of a candy bar wrapper.
They kind of do.
I shouldn't rag too hard on the appearance. It is an older model. I'm sure there's better models and things. But everybody, go ahead and get you 5 XP for this session.
Okay.
Because y'all passed my challenges and did fun things and dealt with the boring part that was foraging.
Like, that's enough to get whatever I was trying to get, but I forgot. I was waiting for 40
Isn't that
experience,
how
I
it
think. I was waiting for... What was it? It was probably a point. I think it was a tribute point. Let's see, what was it? I need 1 more for strength. I need...
Were you going to
1
get
more
a
for
point
special. 1 more for special,
in
too.
special, or were you
Yeah.
going to get like a move?
I'm pretty sure it was a main stat point, since The question is which one, because, well, actually, no, it wouldn't have been, no, it had to have been special. I don't have enough for strength, but I have enough for special, right?
Oh, I should write down.
Current time, 10 times current sort. Maybe it was, or was it a move? I thought I needed 40 experience exactly for something.
10 times current for attributes, so it wouldn't have been special.
Yeah, because that's 30. So what was I waiting for 40 experience on? Huh.
Oh no, it wouldn't be dexterity then.
No, I
because your
don't-
dex is capped.
Dex is capped, yeah, because of the... Oh, yeah. Because Dex and Vitality got swapped, or one got one more point, and one got one less point. Yeah, the only points I need are Strength and Special, so...
It's not specialty, as far as I can tell. So
may-
yeah, I think it was a move, but I don't remember what.
Yeah. Well, I might just save that mystery for later, since I can't remember exactly. I could just watch the end of a later session, or an earlier session, to see. Because I remember very specifically, like, I'm at 39 experience. That's so close to what I need. I remember that specifically, dude, I think. 30 experience up special wouldn't be a bad idea, though, considering that I am starting to get a little bit more special usage out of Dark Pulse, and of course, since my ribbons can make use of it a bit more. I think I'll hold off for now if I can't remember. What about the rest of you?
I believe I'm gonna grab 2 bits of athletics. I worked out a lot.
That's fair.
Got the gains. Gains.
You're doing the diegetic thing where how the session goes determines what points you get. That's fine.
Plus, I just feel like it's weird that I don't have athletics.
Agreed.
Yeah, it is a little strange. I thought you had some. What were you saying, Hydra?
I was gonna ask if it would be possible for Rita to be taught Order Sleuth by Ralph or Tucker at some point. Just like, is it mechanically possible to do so?
It depends on your olfactory senses.
I guess it is technically possible to be taught it as it's a move, but as a storyteller, I'm inclined to say no. Because as a psychic type, don't you have foresight as a potential thing?
It's less for the actual Order Sleuth move ability and more for the tracking aspect.
Once you
Investigation.
stick your face real close to the ground, no, closer. Now you give it a good whiff. Really draw it into your lungs, like.
What a way to teach this.
I'm inclined right now to say no,
Okay.
but in the future, maybe, because I know what's in your future.
Yeah. That makes more sense.
Also, if I want to give the meme answer, it's because you don't have a nose.
Yeah,
No.
that is something you're
You
missing.
literally do not.
And I'll accept that as the canon reason.
If you
Yeah,
get some
right,
Groucho
you can
listen,
solo-
if you get some Groucho Marx classes, then maybe we could talk. You'll have a nose.
Yeah, you'll solo Bacterian. You'll just pah.
Now, mind you, that's the meme answer because, as you will notice, Ralph also does not have a nose. Unless Ralph smells using his ears or tongue or something.
It's
He does a snake thing to taste the air.
I smell through osmosis.
Oh, I see osmosis. Gotcha.
Osmosis. Yeah.
Oh.
Conversation has me imagining like a fully cropped image of like Probopass on top of Ryder's head. Like, what do you mean? Of course I can smell.
Oh, like like the Groucho Marx classes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that was fun. Thank you for the session, everybody. I guess.
Thank you.
Yeah. It was fun. I guess we'll be going back to our every 2 week schedule at this point, right?
Yeah.
I would hope so.
Yeah. I would imagine that's what we're doing. Because we're back on the correct week, as far as I know, because Tubby keeps track of that.
Last one.
Well, let's see here. I guess to close out the table, like I said, I will actually share a little bit of art as we're ending the session here. Before I do a full outro. So let me just get that. I guess there's 2 pieces I could share with you guys. So that's what I will do is at the start of a session, I will only be sharing stuff that's in canon. And at the end of the session, I can share just silly fan art stuff, like Patty stuff and such. So I have a couple things in that case I can share. One, of course, is the thing they were talking about earlier from Fair, which I'll just, since this is something that I'll just kind of keep temporarily just for the outro. Let's make a clone of this. Okay. So first thing is Fair drew, not this, Fair drew this. Oh no, I clipped it into the, I may have clipped it into something by accident, don't worry.
You clipped it into Tubby's sheet.
I'll just quietly delete it. I placed it a little too close. Alright then. Let me try that again. I'll just place on the, I'll place on the right actually, there's more space. Alright, there we go. That's safer. Let me try that again. Eat. There we go. Yeah, Fair drew this. It's kind of a canon event of me shadow sneaking, but it's also a fun, silly variation. What if of sneaking? I think it's shadow sneaking through basically too small a shadow. I think it was like I don't remember what it was. Like a single Dell shadow. That's what it is. Yeah, it's based on the Galaxy shadow sneak. Funny little idea they had. I heard that Tucker could shadow sneak through small shadows, but it would be a bit of a squeeze. And then he immediately thought, okay, they're fat and it's a big squeeze. And then the other picture I can share for you guys, let's see, is it this one?
Alright, everyone. I must be away to dinner.
Okay.
Thank you all for a lovely session, and I hope you all have a good night.
Thank you. You too.
Good night.
Have a good dinner.
Night, everybody.
Good night, Kyrio.
Good night, Kyrio.
I'll share. The other one I will share is one that is a little bit older, but I never did actually share as far as Pokerole, since it is, a side picture. But it has involved me, so I'm going to share it. I got this commission from Moss, and it's pretty cute. I feel like some people might like to see it, so let's see, is that the right link? Yeah, that's the right link. Okay.
Aww.
And I really enjoyed this. They did a great job of it. I'm very fond of it. It's probably my favorite Fatford picture, actually, right now for myself. Nom nom magical cookie.
It is cute.
Yeah, they're a big fan of me and my character, so it was very nice of them. They were very interested in taking that commission, so. But yeah, those are the
Poor
cool
clothes.
pictures. What's that?
I said poor clothes.
Pork clothes. It was fun to have that, though. The weight gain clothes ripping. That's kind of an interesting thing sometimes.
The big rip
The big rip.
from hundreds of miles away in Savanntown, the jolting awake out of his sleep.
Wait, who?
The jolting awake out of his sleep, like, ow!
I feel like more of the seamstress would just be like, something I made has been lost. But yeah, actually, that was technically was the suit before the seamstress got to it. So, post seamstress, it probably wouldn't have been broken. So, but yeah.
I shall be off as well.
Okay, good night to you as well, Hydra. Good luck with healing your leg. I hope it doesn't bruise long.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I get injured all the time and bounce back.
Aw. Let's try to prevent
that sounds
from
way
happening
worse
so
than I meant it to be. I'm just a bit accident prone.
I feel that. I am too, especially when I try to cook. That's why Nikki does it.
But yes, good night, everyone.
Good night, Hydra.
Bye-bye.
And good night to Tubby too. I noticed that the call. So, with that being said, of course, this will be my outro point. So, I hope you guys enjoyed session 152 of Pokerole. next session will be interesting. Given the music choice that Carr picked for this guy, I think something very interesting will may be happening with Straken, but we'll stay tuned and find out in episode 153 in a couple of weeks. So hope you guys stay tuned for that, and more streams to come in the meantime. So hope you all have a good night, and I'll see you all again very, very soon.